Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your host Chris with more Orna Guides. Today we're going to be doing something kind of fun and broadcasting today from Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. I'm going to bring you some more tips and tricks, especially for the Beowulf class. You'll have to forgive me, this is kind of a fun day, so we're going to be diving into some of the pets from the most recent event, some different ways to look at things, maybe a different class spec build. There's a lot of fun ways that we can make this work. The new event was pretty cool. The Fallen Heroes of Avalon, and then you also had the Earth Day ones. We're going to be mostly focused on the Earth Day pets, but we'll see what we find. Let's jump right in, guys. Here we go. One of the first ones is the Bone Mammoth. You'll notice he's got Divine Bastion 2 and Infernus Mire, so you're going to get a triple attack. That's always nice. Really, the Divine Bastion's your big one. Let's face it, one turn, double shield, let's go. Meet our Penguin. This is going to be your new friend for the BOH. Beast Strike. He also has a buff rate, and we're going to get DC up. He also has Infernus Mire, which is going to be great, and crit builds. We'll see why that's important, but here is your old version of that. DC, let's see here. We've actually got a higher buff chance. Now we have the Giant Panda. Giant Panda is basically just there for Mage's Dance. Area attack, great for doing some certain dungeons. Coral Reef, you've got Sweep. Guess what that's for? Horde dungeons. We're going to take another look at the Penguin here. As you can see, he's got attack, he's got crit chance, he's got bigger crit damage, and his damage is not too shabby, guys. It's got a very high turn rate. Comparing that to our Ashen Phoenix, here you're going to get some more dexterity and the accuracy, but you're not going to get that crit chance. And that's really what you're aiming for here. We're going to get more crit and more damage on a crit build Beowulf H. This is king. That extra buff percent is going to keep your DC up. Here we're going to take a look at the very scary skeleton. This is going to make sense here in a little bit. You notice we've got Fright, we've got Wallop, we've got a pretty high attack rate. It's not a bad pet. Here is the Earth Day event pet to that, Timber the Beaver. Guess what? This is more defensive based. Essentially, you're going to get more ward, you're going to get more defensive stats and resistance. This pet is going to be your PvP king version of that. Same thing though. It is a tier 8 and you're going to get access to ward, you're going to get access to guarding strikes, and you're going to have Wallop, which is going to do a ton of damage for very little investment. We'll jump right in here, guys. I'm just going to show you the beaver in a quick raid. You'll have to forgive me, like I said, we're at Universal Studios, so we may not get the fights all the way through, but I do at least want to show you the damage we're doing here. Pretty standard, guys. Just buff yourself up. If you watch my previous Beowulf videos, you know how this works. The damage isn't too shabby. It's not going to be the highest in the world, but considering you can get it at tier 8, go for it. I'm not going to cover this pet, but I have talked about him before. Meet Glanaslant. You can also get this one during the event. High jump, he's going to do side steps, he's got quad cuts. Great for a buff. We'll talk about him later. Coral Reef. We talked about the sweep mechanic. Again, you're going to get some attack, some dexterity. Guys, this is a horde dungeon pet. Basically, it's going to do decent damage. Not the best, it's not the worst. I would still use Cactus over this. But if you don't have another option and you did get this pet, not a bad choice. He's just not going to be the most ideal for the situation. All right, guys, I'm going to show you the Bone Mammoth here. As you can see, damage is not going to be his strong suit. I'm going to buff up. I'm going to sit back and just kind of do the thing. But as you can see, his whole point, he's going to get that Divine Bastion off one turn. You don't have to sit back for it. Here we're going to jump right into the Panda. As you can see, we're on a horde dungeon. All we're aiming for is getting that Mage's Dance going. You're going to buff up. We need magic. You're going to want to use Gate of Snotra to buff that up. That's where all your damage is going to come in with this. It's very straightforward, very easy to follow. And as you can see, it's not the worst damage. I mean, I'm not even really built for this. I'm more of an attack. But it definitely is going to keep that damage going. Just makes clearing this pretty straightforward. So you do also have the benefit of this guy having more light. So you can get some heal off, you can get some ward back. Kind of an easy way to control the situation unless there's a problem going on. So as you can see, now we're going to take another look at the penguin here. We've got that excellent crit damage, we've got Beast Strike, we've got Inference Mire, and we've got DC. Let's show you that in a raid, guys. I mean, as you can see, the damage is not going to be that bad. That Beast Strike is going to hit for more, and just like you, it's going to buff up the more beasts that you have killed before you start using this attack. So go into your standard buffs. We're going to aim for Gato Gunner on this one. He will basically keep DC up for us, so Berserk is always a choice. If you've got greater med 3, go for it. Get that extra damage out, let him eke it out. This is a pretty straightforward, easy boss, but as you can tell, I mean, the damage it's there. I can sit back, protect myself, no problem. This is also where this is going to come in using a Beowulf, especially the Hydra spec. When you're using Hydras, yes, the pet's going to do damage, but your goal is to do the damage. Therefore, while a hybrid damage works out really well for this, I would actually recommend a crit build. Alright guys, that's all I got today. We'll see you again next time on the channel. I'll bring you some more pet info with the newest event. Good luck, have a good day.